What's up, Prizefight fans? I'm Brian Tong, and tablets are evolving into multifunctional devices, so we're taking two lifelong rivals and throwing them into the ring. It's a Prizefight punch-out between Apple's iPad Pro and Microsoft's Surface Pro 4. Our judges for this fight are Senior Editor Dan, the man Ackerman, Senior Editor Scott, Primetime Stein, and you know who, can't go wrong Tong. We'll take all three judges' blind scores and average them out to the nearest tenth of a point. The final Prizefight score will be an average of all rounds using the same system. Let's get ready to rumble. Round one is design. No surprises here. iPad Pro brings the same classic iPad design with its smooth corners and edges and a 12.9-inch display bringing a 264 pixel per inch density. It's literally a bigger iPad. The Surface Pro design improves with a larger 12.3-inch screen at a 267 ppi density. It still has its signature adjustable kickstand, and its sharp corners and edges bring a more industrial feel to the design. Eye is in the beauty of the beholder, and our judges give the edge to the iPad with a 4, and the Surface Pro gets a 3.8. Next round is user interface and navigation. iOS is still extremely easy to use, but just because it's great on a phone doesn't mean it's as good on a big screen. Split-screen multitasking while watching a video clip is the most an iPad has ever done, but iOS needs more if Apple wants this to truly replace your laptop. Windows 10 was made to work with the Surface Pro 4. It's seamless when you're in desktop mode, and a quick switch turns it into tablet mode. Both work nicely, but it's better for desktop-style work compared to tablet apps because it doesn't have nearly as many apps. The Surface Pro takes this round 2 with a 4, and the iPad Pro gets a 3.3. So after averaging 2 rounds, Microsoft takes the lead. Next round is features. Apple's biggest asset has always been the App Store, and it's no different with the iPad Pro. The App Store is really huge for this device. It also has a side connector that has big potential for future uses. For now, it's just for the smart keyboard case that's an awkward origami exercise to fold out and fold up. The pencil is arguably the best in the market for its accuracy when it comes down to finite drawing and writing and pressure sensitivity for broader strokes. But will we see true pro apps for digital artists that take 100% advantage of the pencil? That remains to be seen. Now, the Surface Pro 4 brings a USB 3.0 port, a mini display port, and a micro SD card slot. The iPad Pro has none of these. Its typepad is superior in every way, from the feel of its typing to its trackpad. The Surface Pen is great, and even though it's not as finite as the Apple Pencil, its killer eraser feature will just make anyone jealous. Plus, it magnetically attaches to the Surface. Magnets, baby. Microsoft takes this round with a 4.2, and the iPad Pro gets a 3.7. Next round is multifunctionality. These tablets try to be everything, but the iPad works best for someone who wants a really big iPad for content consumption or digital artists and media creatives. It's all about the pencil, but where again are the killer apps that will make it worth the price of admission? Plus, you'll still have to buy that pencil separately. Now, its keyboard cover is limited, and trust me, I tried using it to replace my laptop. I really tried, but for what I do, it didn't even last 20 minutes. Now, the Surface Pro's pen is no chump, and it does a lot, but the rock star here is the typepad case. It's really the standard that other tablets should emulate. We know it lacks Apple's robust apps, and you'll miss them if you're used to them. But I tried using this as my primary computer, and I was able to do about 80% of all my work comfortably. This is truly a device that can replace your laptop if you want it to, and I can't say the same for the iPad Pro. The Surface Pro 4 gets a perfect 5, and the iPad Pro gets a 4. So after averaging 4 rounds, Microsoft's lead grows. Round 5 is performance. The iPad outperforms the Surface significantly when you compare the A9X processor to an entry-level M3-based processor, but the results change in favor of the Surface when you use its Core i5 processor. Now, in everyday use, you really can't feel much of a difference, but when it comes to battery life, the Surface Pro 4 falls well behind with around 6.5 hours of battery life. The iPad Pro is easily getting 10+ hours. Battery life is always important, and the iPad takes this round with a 4, and the Surface gets a 3.8. The final round that decides it all is value. Now, the Surface Pro with 128 gigs of storage starts at $899, the typepad case is $129, and the Surface Pen is bundled with the Surface. Now, you can configure these machines differently, and the Surface can even be customized to rival premium PCs. The iPad Pro can get as expensive as a premium laptop, but still doesn't deliver enough to match that price, and bottom line, the Surface is just the better value. The Surface Pro gets a 4 and the iPad gets a 3. So after a battle where the iPad took the lead in round 1, the Surface Pro 4 established its lead that it never let go, and the Surface takes this battle 4.1 to 3.7 and is your prize fight winner. Many of these fights come down to your ecosystem, but in this case, it's the promise of the Apple Pencil for artists versus the multifunctional use of the Surface Pro 4 that separates these two from each other. I'm Brian Tong. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you all next time for another prize fight. Whoop-ah! Whoop-ah! Whoop-ah!